All right, picture this. It is 9:30 in the morning. You have already skipped breakfast. Maybe you told yourself you are not hungry. Maybe you are trying to lose weight. Maybe you just did not have time. Now fast forward a few hours. You are staring at your screen. Your energy feels low. Your focus is slipping. Your mood is slightly off, and you cannot even explain why. And then it hits. A strong craving, something sugary, something fried, something quick. You tell yourself it is just hunger. But here is what most people do not realize. That decision you made in the morning to skip breakfast is not saving you. It is setting you up for everything that happens next. For years, people have been told that skipping breakfast is a smart move. Intermittent fasting made it even more popular. Social media turned it into a productivity hack. Eat later, burn more fat, stay lean. Sounds perfect. Except the science is not that simple. Your body is not a machine that runs on willpower. It runs on biology. The moment you wake up, your body is already active. Hormones are shifting. Your brain is waking up. Your metabolism is turning on. One of the key hormones here is cortisol. Cortisol is not the enemy. It is actually useful. It helps you wake up and get going, but it is meant to rise and then gradually come down as your day stabilizes. Now here's the problem. When you skip breakfast, that cortisol stays elevated for longer than it should. That means your body stays in a mild stress state, and when your body is under stress, it does not focus on long-term health. It focuses on survival. That is when things start to go wrong. Your blood sugar becomes less stable. Instead of steady energy, you start getting dips, and those dips feel like fatigue, irritability, and cravings. This is not just about feeling hungry. This is your body trying to protect itself. It is asking for quick energy because it did not get what it needed earlier. And that is why cravings later in the day feel so intense. They are not random. They are a response. Now think about what usually happens next. You finally eat, but by then you are starving. You eat faster. You eat more. You are more likely to choose high-calorie, high-sugar foods because your body wants quick relief. This is where people unknowingly overeat, not because they lack discipline, but because their body has been pushed into a corner. There is actual research showing that people who skip breakfast often end up consuming more calories later in the day. So the idea that skipping breakfast automatically leads to weight loss does not hold up for most people. In many cases, it does the opposite. Now let us talk about your brain, because this is where it gets even more interesting. Your brain needs a constant supply of energy to function properly. After a full night of sleep, your energy reserves are already lower. If you skip breakfast, you are extending that fasting period even longer. So your brain is now working with limited fuel. That is why you feel slower. That is why focus feels harder. That is why your productivity drops without you realizing it. It is not a mindset problem. It is a fuel problem. Even small tasks start to feel heavier because your brain is trying to conserve energy. If you are someone who works, studies, creates content, or needs to think clearly, this matters more than you think, because your performance is directly tied to how you fuel your body. Now here is another piece most people ignore: insulin sensitivity. In simple terms, your body is better at handling food in the morning compared to late at night. Your cells are more responsive. Your body uses that energy more efficiently. So when you eat earlier in the day, your body is actually in a better position to process that food. But when you skip breakfast and push most of your calories to later in the day, you are doing the opposite. You are eating more when your body is less efficient. Over time, this pattern can affect your metabolism, your energy levels, and even your long-term health. Now, some people will say they skip breakfast and feel completely fine. And yes, some people do adapt, but adaptation is not the same as optimization. Just because your body can handle something does not mean it is the best way to function. A lot of people do not realize how much better they could feel until they change one simple habit. And here is where the biggest misunderstanding comes in. Breakfast does not mean eating anything. It does not mean sugary cereals. It does not mean heavy, greasy meals. That is where things went wrong for a lot of people. A good breakfast is simple and balanced. You want protein to keep you full and support your body. You want healthy fats for steady energy. You want some fiber to support digestion and keep your blood sugar stable. That could be eggs with some vegetables. It could be yogurt with nuts and fruit. It could be something quick but balanced. It does not have to be complicated. What matters is that you are giving your body something to work with. Because when you start your day with the right fuel, everything feels different. Your energy is more stable. Your focus improves. Your mood feels better. Cravings are easier to control. Instead of reacting to hunger all day, you stay ahead of it. And that changes everything. So the real question is not whether breakfast is good or bad. The real question is how you are starting your day. Because skipping breakfast might feel like a small decision, but it creates a chain reaction. And that reaction shows up in your energy, your focus, your cravings, and even your long-term health. So tomorrow morning, try something different. Eat something small. Keep it simple. Keep it balanced. Then pay attention. Notice your energy. Notice your focus. Notice how your body feels later in the day. Because once you experience that difference for yourself, you will not need anyone to convince you. Your body will make the answer very clear.